Hey there everybody, T-shirt booth here for GSHelper.com, and in this video I'm going to show you how to take a custom keyboard and convert it to custom letters for the entered text. Head on over to GSHelper.com and look for the pink custom keyboard template. Open that up, it's free to download. Just scroll down here and hit the download link, because that's what we're going to use for the base of this. I'm going to go ahead and open it up here, and as you see when I hit preview, as I select letters, it's just using the normal display text, and you may not want that. You may want to display a custom font for these, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to hit back, and I'm going to delete that, that display text area. And I'm going to go into my images here, and I'm going to create a new A. And I'm just going to copy it over here. And I'm going to want 10 letters max for this. So I'm just going to quickly put 10 of these on here. Should just take a second. That's 5. Oh. Three more. I'm not really making sure that these are centered with the screen or anything like that. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go with one more. 11. That should be fine. Okay. So we have 11 letters that we can use for our custom, and you may want to use this for like a high score leaderboard or something like that, where the display text just isn't, you know, cool. And so the first thing we're going to do is go into our attributes, and we're going to create an attribute called letter count. And we're going to use index because it's just a plus, it's just a positive whole number. We'll call this letter count. And we'll turn that to 1, because obviously the first letter entered will be a 1. It will be for the first letter, and the first letter is 1, so that's fine. We're going to go home, and we're going to go to tables, and we're going to create a new table. And because I have 11 letters, I'm going to use 11 columns. And we're going to turn all these to text. And we just need one row, and we'll leave all those blank to start with. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go into the scene, and the first thing we're going to do is go in and edit our touch letters. So we're going to go in here, and when we have when touch is pressed and mouse is inside, we want to change the color, so we're going to keep that. But what we're going to do is we're going to add a change table value. Actually, before we do that, there's one thing I forgot to do. We need to go into this letter here, and we need to kind of set up a placement so it knows what letter is, what part of the index it is. So we're going to hit the plus sign, and we're going to use index, and we're going to call this my index. And we'll put that as a 1. Now we're going to go into the 1 is already the first one here. I'll open that up, so that's a 1, and we'll go into this second one, and that'll be a 2, and this will be a 3, and this is just so it knows what column to pick its letter from in the table. So it's a 4, 5, 7, almost done. And one more. Alright, so now we have that set up. I'm going to add one more, nope, not for right now. Okay, so we're going to go back into this here, and again, we're going to use a change table value. I'm going to put it right in the middle here. And we're going to use our table, which is called table 1. And because we only have one row, we'll set that to 1. And then for column, we're going to use game letter count. So basically, what we're trying to do here is we're going to change the cell value to the letter that's being selected. So for value, we're going to use our what letter am I value. So I'm going to go self, what letter am I? Okay, so if you hit the A button, it's going to change the cell value to whatever letter you're selecting. And then we're going to delete this change attribute here, and we're going to change it to another change attribute, and we're going to change game letter count to game letter count plus 1. So basically what we've done is we've changed the cell value of whatever cell the letter count is at. And then once it's done, we're changing the letter count to the next one. So that way the next time we select a new letter, it chooses a new cell value in the table to add that letter to. I'm going to hit back here. And now we're going to go in to our displayed actor here. And we're going to create some rules. We're going to say constrain. We're going to constrain self image to, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use the table cell value function, and for table we're going to choose our table that we made. For row, we know it's row 1, but for column we're going to use our self my index, so it knows what column at all times to change its value to. Then we're going to create a rule. And because we can't use the expression editor in the if section, we're going to trick it. We're going to hit the plus sign, and we're going to create a text attribute, and we're going to call this blank. And now what we're going to do is we're going to say if self blank is, and then we're going to say table cell value. For table, we're going to use our table, which is table 1. For row, we'll use 1 because we only have one row. And then for column, we're going to use self my index. So basically what we're doing is we're saying if that index is blank, so if there's nothing entered into it, we're going to change attribute self color alpha to 0. And then we're going to say otherwise, and I'm going to alt copy that down and change it to 1. So basically if the section or the cell is blank, we're going to make the actor invisible so it doesn't look like there's a letter there. But if there's something entered in the cell, we're going to turn it on so everybody can see what letter it is. And let's see where we're at with this right now. Hit preview, and when I select letters, there they are. Now they're popping up. Perfect, just like I want them to. Whatever letter I typed in came up, no problem. But now we want to backspace. Let's say we want to delete some of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go into the delete actor here, which is actor 3. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove this rule, and we're going to create a new rule. And we're going to say when touch is pressed, and we're going to say and attribute game letter count is greater than 1. We're going to go ahead and use change table value, and we're going to choose our table, and we're going to choose row 1 because we only have one row. And we're going to say game letter count minus 1 and hit OK. And we leave the value blank because we actually want to put a blank back in that spot. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use a change attribute underneath, and we're going to change game letter count to game letter count plus 1. So when we're oh sorry, not plus 1, minus 1. I'm going to go back, hit that, minus 1. So when we're adding letters, we're using plus 1 because we want the letter count to go up. But when we're subtracting, we actually want it to go down. So we're going to minus those numbers. And I'm just going to put a display text here for fun and just delete. So you know it's a delete button. So now I hit preview. And I'll go ahead and let's go with you know, GAMES, unless I made a mistake. I can just hit the delete button now and get those away. A-L, I can hit delete again, L-A-D. So GameSalad. And I can go all the way back to the beginning and add letters again. Now let's say you want to add a space in here. We'll just take that one step further. And what we'll do is we'll create a new actor. I guess now we'll just use actor 3 again. I'm just going to copy that over here just to save on actors. And I'm going to open it up and unlock it. And I'm going to, when touch is pressed, that's good. And greater than 1, that's good. We're going to take out this and this, and I'm going to turn this to space, and just in case it's too big. And what we're going to do is we're going to change attribute game letter count to game letter count plus 1. So basically we're just going to skip a letter. So I'm going to go ahead and press preview, and we'll say one of my favorite movies, Tin space, and then C-U-P. There you go. And I can hit delete again, go back, and I can type in again, and put a space, and type some more, and a space, and type some more. So that's pretty much all you need for a custom keyboard with delete and space, and using custom letters. So it's a lot more presentable than using the display text. It looks a lot nicer, a lot more polished, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And you can head on over to GSHelper.com. Underneath the video you'll be able to download this project file so you can play around with it and do what you want. But I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.